Son, right in the lightning here, shaking everyone's bearish vibes, bullish vibes all over the place, but I'm here to drop the alpha on you. Like it's fucking hot, baby. We're in the blockchain basement. We got Isaac on the sticks. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great. How are you doing, man?
You know what? It's been a fast-moving day.
It has
Sometimes, you know, I get the bat signal. I didn't even get the bat signal, but I just knew I had to run the Discover Crypto boards this morning with the boys.
Oh, yes.
Upstairs, did the morning show, went into detail on my trading plan. Ooh, got a little barbecue here. Hold on.
What'd you have to eat? What'd you go get?
I had a smokehouse brisket sandwich from Arby's. I have not went to Arby's in like 6 months, maybe a year, and I demolished that thing. I ate it as I did eat while I was driving. Okay, so there it is. Where's Diamond Nuts Nick Ben? He's been around. He was on the space with us last night.
He was.
He's gearing up to take that new shit box he bought. It's an amazing truck, maybe the best. A Suburban from the Forest Service. He's filling it up with goods, and he is driving those goods up to North Carolina to actually help people. And he's going to give us an on-the-ground report on how many FEMA agents he runs into. Oh, God. Oh, Jesus.
Also, shout out to the Elevator Man for dropping the membies.
Yeah, what a guy.
What a legend.
Dude, Elevator Man's like lifting, he's holding this channel up on his shoulder. Him, Chili Rainbows, Green Day Prophets. Those boys, I mean, if you feel so inclined, renew the memberships, y'all.
$1.25 a
Yeah,
week.
what is it? $1.25 a week.
That's
right?
true.
And the reason why you should do this is because I'm about to lay out to you a true 100x potential and the reasons why I have found this thing, what I'm looking at for it, and how to leverage this thing into the bull market and literally change our financial future. So there's a reason why you should support this channel and help me and Isaac keep the lights on.
Oh, yes.
When we do get to 1,000 members, which by God we will, Isaac's going to get an AR-15, or if the bubble pops, or if Elevator Man hears that that's the plan and just gives him one anyways. I don't know. But you know what?
Either way, I will take an AR.
Either way, he's going to get armed. We finally can have Bree on the camera. Bree's like, when we do blow up, she is going to be one of my overpaid assistant. That's what my plan is here. It's going to be huge. When I finally break out, and then you'll see her hand come in and hand me a drink. There she goes. Look at that. Just incredible. She's a great human. Great human. Saves my life when the kids are with me here. And also got her on making some shorts here. So let's check out the Bitcoin price action, folks. Let's see what kind of chaos we're looking at here. Let's go to a larger view of this. What is this, hell?
Where my Hades?
Where is this, Hades? The RSI cooking real hot and heavy. Now coming back to the midpoint here. A lot of... This is what I'm talking about. So I was listening to a lot of expert TA people this morning because finally we had seen prices, you know, slightly reset, and we were seeing if we were going to keep punching back on down and wipe out. There's a lot of liquidity that was sitting at 66,600. That shit got tapped real quick, and now we're sitting here just jackknifing, finding this new point of control on the larger time frames. Let's have a gander. I'm leaving this Fibonacci of the overall channel up because, by God, this channel that I'm looking at seems to be proven pretty damn accurate. I am of the opinion that overall, I'm going to see if I can catch like a scalp long if we fall through this little volume node here on the 4-hour, because the RSI is still very, very high on the 4-hour. We see the little bit beginnings of the pullback. I don't feel comfortable shorting Bitcoin at the stage that we're at in the markets, but this is what I'm looking at on the trading side. And if you're out there trading, if you're out there leveraging or buying spot on 2-bit, use code BASEMENT. Click the link in the description. Capitalize the word basement, because that's how we found out a bunch of people are not signed up, but they're still trading with us. So even if you do have that situation, just let me know your user ID. You can send it to me on Twitter, and we can get you looped into the next trading competitions, because the next trading competitions I am going to see. I saw somebody sent me the legalities on sending ammo. It looks like, I don't know, it might be a little sketchy. It might be a little sketchy sending ammo because people trading from all over the place.
That's true.
You know, but we're going to do our best to make it prepper focused. 2A focused for the prizes here. If you're not already, follow me on X. What are we at here? I'm almost up to 3,000 followers here. Isaac over here doing the Lord's work, trolling people for me. And you know what?
Oh, yes.
I've been blocked by a lot of people. So Isaac's out here doing the trolling and call outs for me.
So you pull it up real quick. It was pretty funny.
Oh God. No, we already went over. You know what? We wasted too much time on that.
That's true.
And I'm not going to waste any more time on that unless I have to. Shout out to Jay for
Welcome to
joining
the OG.
OG status. What a G. It's $1.25 a week, you guys, and you get my undying, unrelenting focus on this markets and some of the hottest takes in crypto. I say the shit that's uncomfortable for other people to say. There's a lot of death cults out there that are trying to get you to buy into their token that is riding the road to hell and zero. And they want you to be there for their exit liquidity come this bull market. And I am here to bring you the truth, to stop that shit from happening, because I'm here to make money for my family. I'm publicly trading the most volatile asset class on the planet with gusto, and I will not stop doing so. And I appreciate you guys' support. Let's check out where liquidity's living right now before we get into the Kamala Harris disaster that happened last night. But you know what? It was a disaster for Kamala Harris, but here's the real moral of the story. I am erect. That is what's going on right now. I am seeing what's happening. It's feeling good. We need that "oh yeah" sound in the soundboard, don't you think?
I'll have to clip it.
Can you make that happen?
I'll make it happen.
All
All
right.
right. Nick's "oh yeah" all up in there.
Well, no, we need the OG Riley Reid one, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, we need the OG Riley Reid on the button too. And maybe I can get like a stick to like touch the button with. Now we're getting weird with it.
Yeah, we're getting weird. Is this a low point for the channel? I think not.
Yeah, we've went way lower than here. Here in the basement, nothing is beneath us and everything goes over our heads. So liquidity map looking like a shit show. Holy God. There's liquidity above and below us. Nobody really knows what the fuck's going on, but I'm here to drop you the alpha on where we're headed, folks. Now, let's check out where this altcoin sector is going. Bobcat, this screaming cat, still up 9% on the day, regardless of the pullbacks. Celestia up 6%. Hot damn. Hobus dropped some alpha in the OG Discord. Just another reason why you should become a member and join the Discord. Hobus entered a long on this bad boy last night. He's doing just fine on that move. What a badass. Injective, my long-term spot bag, feeling all right. Feeling good. Average buy on this one's $15. And I feel like still buying more Injective. I feel like this is a good time for it. I've seen a lot of kitty cats. This is something worse. Is it a cat's world now?
I don't know.
You
Cat
know?
and Dog's world?
Cat's world? Litecoin will not die. $72, not above its 100 mark. Lost a lot of ground. Not interested in buying Litecoin. And Mog, look at all the kitty cats, dude. This is something to take note of here.
It is.
The cats, maybe Bobcat. That damn meme coin made me their profile picture. I own none of it. I was like, I don't hate you because your graph didn't rug everyone and you haven't been arbitraged by Solana bots yet. So I didn't hate them. And they turned my face into a did you see it?
I did not see it.
Okay, we're going to have to look. We're going in. We're going in. Don't pull up my. I'm about to raw dog Twitter.
Yeah,
Okay, so this is a dangerous thing to do these days. So this is Bobcat, and I don't own any of this shit still, but I kind of feel inclined to put like $50 into it just so they can rug me for the culture. Look at this. They find random people. They attack them. These are actual people. And they put this fucking haircut on them that, honestly, this is Pulp Fiction vibes. Like, this is pretty based. We got Dog with Bob on there. There's me. I just, like, pulled up Twitter and saw this, and I was like, what in the hell is going on?
Drew with Bob.
Drew with Bob. It happened. I don't have any idea where this came from. So, shout out to the internet, undefeated. Now, we got some very, very deep TA on Bitcoin. This explains everything. Let's have a listen.
So, as you can see here on the chart, for like 4 years, Bitcoin was in like the hundreds of dollar range. And it just kind of hung out there. Yeah, like maybe it bounced down, maybe it bounced up. But it was basically in the hundreds of dollar range for like 4 fucking years. Then it went to the thousands of dollar range. And it just stayed there. Yeah, it bounced above 10 briefly. But it went in the thousands of dollars range. Then it went to the tens of thousands of dollars range. And it stayed there for 3 fucking years. And now we're coming to the end of it. What the fuck do you think is going to happen next? You think it's going to go to the $0 range? No, it's going to $100,000 fucking dollars. The fuck God!
There it is. You heard it from the man himself. No, this is just a repost from Kyle Chasse. And this is the power of spot holding, the most finite and sought after asset class on the planet. You get to sit back and watch all of us that are riding the lightning on the daily. We're zoomed in. We're like, is this 15-minute candle going to break down? Am I going to lose everything? Or you could just spot hold and, watch this thing go up into the right over the years. It's a good time to be had. Kyle Chasse, I follow him every now and again. I think this is one dude that's like pretty big on Link or whatever, but this shit made me laugh. Now, I saw this. Gareth Soloway is finally in profit on a short. Let's have a listen. It looks like he might have entered a new short.
Right. Let's go to a couple other charts here, guys. We got to take a look at Bitcoin real quick. Bitcoin, I did initiate a small short. Let's walk over to the big board here. So I did initiate a very tiny starter position on a break of 68,000 today, just using that very simply, this lower trend line. But in any case, what we see here, guys, is that we have Bitcoin piercing 68,000. Now, as of now, that's resistance. And a lot of us that love Bitcoin might be like, oh, man, it's going to blow right through that. Well, it may. That's not my job to know, right? It's not my job to know. My job is to recognize what resistance is and what support is. Buy support, sell resistance. Now, if resistance gets confirmed above, okay, well, now it can go higher. Very simple. But again, too many of us rely on emotion, what our gut tells us, what our heart is praying for, all those types of things. And those are big detriments to our success. And so the more kind of agnostic you can be, where you are devoid of personal opinion and emotion, the better trader you will always be.
I know why he did this and why he's finally in profit on Bitcoin trading. This guy makes a lot of money trading the regular markets, just so we're clear. But pull this back up. I know why. He cut his fucking man bun off. That is exactly why this man has released the restriction on the hair that was causing the pressure on his brain.
Became based.
He became based. Shout out to him,
by
though.
man bun.
Dude, this 64 thing, or 68, even on the fib, like I'm leaving this shit up here. Like this fib, the 786 fib, it ran smack dab into this thing and has since pulled back. So we got to pay attention to that. It's not straight up into the right only. But we do see this ETF bought over $1.38 billion worth of Bitcoin in 3 days this week, causing that violent upsurge. This already is the biggest ETF week in 4 months, a big, big rekindling to the markets at large, which is why we've seen these massive green candles. But then you have giga whales that are just hammer dumping once you hit the 68, the 67s. He shaved his sack. Jesus Christ.
Shaved that head sack.
Oh my God, you guys! This chat remains undefeated. Now the FBI has arrested a man who posted the fake spot Bitcoin ETF approval on the SEC X account in January. This is kind of crazy to see. The dude was from Alabama, and he had hacked the SEC's Twitter account and released a fake ETF announcement here. Eric Council, 25 years old, of Athens, Alabama, arrested this morning in Athens in connection to the January 2024 unauthorized takeover of the SEC X account, formerly known as Twitter. When are they going to stop saying formerly known as Twitter?
They're not going to stop.
You don't think so?
Nope.
It's like Prince, like the artist formerly known as Prince. Something like that. It's going to be Twitter. They're never going to change. Just stop saying it. In which hackers posted a fake message to the SEC chair that caused the value of Bitcoin to spike by $1,000. Now we're like,
that's nothing.
I know. Now we see like a half hour goes up by like $2,000 or $3,000 each way. Council is expected to make an initial appearance today in the Northern District of Alabama. May as well check it out on the time frame here. So it's January of 2024. Got to get off these 15-minute time frames. I got 15-minute time frames everywhere. What is my problem? So let's go here. I'll make this bad boy smaller. Bam. January of 2024. Good times were had. I know that was like kind of a chaotic moment, but where is this? We had October 23, January. So is this bad boy right here. And then when we saw it, that it was fake, the deflation of people's excitedness was at all-time highs. People were saying, bull market's over. Everything is canceled. We're all going to die because of this candlestick. Let's check out that move. Quite a nice little move here, honestly. Very fast and heavy, 16.8%. And yeah, we are approaching the time frame of November. Interesting note, November of 2023, we were in a much different spot than we are currently here. We get the election happening at the beginning of November 2023. Bam. But it gets really juicy. For everyone that doesn't catch the morning show, I went over this a little bit, but look at November of 2020. Then this was on top of all the fear of a economic shutdown, some flu that China made with Anthony Fauci shutting everything down and rugging everyone of their lives. In the course of November, we pumped, let's see here, let's go all the way to the beginning here. We pumped by 49%. That is something to keep in mind, and I'm definitely going to be trading the shit out of this election. I have a trading plan. I'm going to do 20% of the bag that I trade with actively on a short with a stop loss. The other 80% on a long.
So you're schlonging it.
I'm schlonging it, and I'm going to set the take profit for Bitcoin at around $78,000. I'm basically going to be looking for one candlestick within the week that if we do have the orange one return, I'm going to be looking for something like this where we pump up by 12 to 20% in that range. So pretty excited about it. Honestly, if we do see that happen, even if we stay at the price levels we're at right now, then we'll get just under $80,000, which honestly doesn't sound too unreasonable to me. Mm-hmm. Now, speaking of the election, we have a lot to talk about here. Should we just dive right into the election stuff?
We should.
Because that Kamala Harris video, oh my God. The Kamala Harris video is the gift that keeps on giving. We have a lot of other things to cover, obviously. But this is basically how it went right here.
Called the U.S. Citizenship Act of 2021. Exactly. It was essentially a pathway to citizenship for the... Yes,
may I finish responding, please? But you have to let me finish,
You had the White House and the House and the Senate, and they didn't bring up that bill.
I'm in the middle of responding to the point you're raising, and I'd like to finish.
This is essentially how it went down. We do have some actual clips of the conversation, but here's just a nice fact check. When she was talking about how stupid the American people are, she's like, no, I never said that. No.
So are they misguided, the 50%? Are they stupid? What is it?
I would never say that about the American people. What else do we know about this population, 18 through 24? They are stupid.
Fact check true. Holy God, man, the gift that keeps on giving. I really need to see this woman try and get on Joe Rogan's podcast. But now we have the Krasenstein brothers. Of course, they're posting right after this. This he's probably about like 3 feet tall. But he looks like a normal human on Twitter, of course, because the circle is so tiny. Kamala Harris is fearless as she answers questions on Fox News by Brett Baer. Prediction, MAGA will attack Fox News for the rest of the week. What? No, we're very excited. Honestly, I'm erect. Trump is scared of questions. This is so incredible to see. The two realities that people are living in right now is pretty incredible to see. Isn't it, Isaac? Like, what do you think about this? Is it because this is the same type of stuff?
Yeah.
That like people holding inflationary crypto tokens, they refuse to acknowledge the inflation of the crypto token, the pain of it. Are people on the left ever going to be like, okay, we fucked up this time. Let's let it ride and let's just have an election. We'll figure it out next election. Do you think that's a possibility?
No.
You don't think so?
I don't think that's a possibility.
It's got to be at a point, though.
At a point, possibly, but will we see that point? Yes, but we won't see them like acknowledge that they've fucked up.
Yeah. We have Mark Cuban. Yeah, of course, you gave Mark Cuban a good morning this morning.
I didn't give him a good morning, actually. Good morning to everybody except Mark Cuban.
Oh, that's what it was. Yeah, right. The beautiful thing about Brett Baer interview is that Kamala Harris understood and responded to each question. She used examples of policies, gave real-world context. Here's what's actually happened. So she spent the entire 25 minutes complaining about Trump and how dangerous he is, but then also he is so divisive. I hate him so much, right? Don't you? Does everyone remember how much we hate him? He's been running for 8 years. How dare you? And then at the very end, the Brett Baer's like, Well, you know what? It's unfortunate that we spent a half hour listening to you and your TDS rants, your Trump derangement syndrome rants against Trump, because we actually came here to find out what your policies are and for you to explain what those policies are to the American people. She says, no, you can go to my website and see 80 pages of documents and source through those documents yourself as a voter to decide if you like my policies or not. I'm done. And then she gets whisked off stage. Just an incredible time to be alive. Now, the mainstream media doing some cleanup work. Harris interview on Fox gets testy, but also gives a do-over. Kamala Harris spars with Fox News anchor in a testy interview. Harris interview with Fox News is marked by a testy exchange over immigration and more. Kamala Harris Fox News interview opens with testy exchange of interruptions from host. Fiery Harris vows to break from Biden in testy Fox interview. Maybe
They love testes.
they love testicles for one, and then they might have seen this. Look at this. We're finally rocking a Kamala Harris. This is an election season, and we are representing right here, you guys. Harry Balls / Harris Walls is being represented by Jeffrey because Jeffrey has no longer a place to live or money to buy anything with. So, you know what? We had to, this sign was actually on our front lawn. Someone had the unmitigated gall to put this thing on the front lawn. It was quickly taken away.
And we're going to burn it with a flamethrower tomorrow. I'm joking.
If you guys can undo the deleting of that comment from Cody, SPX 900, I think that's that token that Murad's been talking about. I don't necessarily want to fade that token, and he looks like a human, so I don't think we should ban that. But SPX 900 or 6900, there you go. I don't want to fade a project like that, but it will go to zero, in my opinion, after this market. But the upside's going to be there. It's the same thing where it's like, I saw the upswing and the juiciness coming back to the markets in October, November 2020, and we saw these stupid NFTs. And yeah, they're NFTs, in my opinion, still dumb, even worse. But what happened was people were buying NFTs for a few $100s and printing thousands, tens of thousands, sometimes hundreds of thousands of dollars on these NFTs. So, you know what? If you don't write it down to the bottom to hell, I don't think having a little bit of meme exposure this market's going to do horrible. It's just about having the nuts and the hairy balls
And the
testes to be able to take those profits. Thank you for that, Isaac.
No
This
problem.
is going really well.
I love this.
So, I'm not fading Murad. And what he said, this being the meme coin super cycle. And what did we see last time? We saw NFTs that made literally no sense. They ran on AWS servers at large. People were taking snapshots of them. They were, okay, look, I got your NFT now, but it's on my phone. Gotcha. No, I know that one gets spammed by bots. I know C90, but it looks like I recognize that one as a real human. People fade them at the wrong time. Like, there's a time frame to be bullish on idiotic things, okay? And the time frame to be bullish on idiotic things is basically right about now. We've seen the early kind of front end pump back in March of 23 or 24. A lot of tokens that I held 5, 10x. Guess what? I took shitloads of profit. Now those tokens have fallen back down. They're sitting here flatlining, playing around here. And now it's about not being burdened by what has been done. Thank you, C90FTW. But I just wanted to make a comment on that meme stuff. Now, in the light of all this political atmosphere, we have James O'Keefe talking. He got this inside scoop from a senior meta engineer revealing anti-Kamala posts are automatically demoted, admits shadow banning tactics. Say your uncle in Ohio said something about Kamala Harris is unfit to be president because she doesn't have a child. That shit's automatically deboosted, it looks like. Demoted, reveals this senior software engineer, Javan Gawali, to an undercover O'Keefe media journalist, probably some chick or a dude that is, swooning him, with the slight possibility he might get laid. He's sitting here just spilling his guts. It's so insane. Don't do this. Okay, please, for the love of God, don't do this. Journalist, during a hidden camera date, he confirmed the person would not be notified, but would be seeing a decline in their post-engagement impressions, explaining Meta's integrity team is responsible for controlling content through civic classifiers. And you know what? That is why we need to support this channel. You need, because my ass is shadow banned hard from the shit that I say on this channel, and I need your guys' support. For $1.25, you can renew your memberships. You can join for $6 a month, and you get our undying focus on this. And we get to say what we want to. We can stay unmonetized. We are supported by the people, and it feels damn good to be that way. Now, I have a lot of friends out in the rural areas. Here's a reminder. Shout out to CoinsChick for dropping the meme. Thank you for that. Brother Bayer, $4.99, picked it up. Here's something that Kamala Harris said about people who live in rural America. Let's have a listen. How insanely diminishing is it?
Interesting.
She doesn't even think rural residents have the mental capacity to know how to use a photocopying machine.
Because she doesn't have the mental capacity for that.
Dude, I mean, she is a smart, nefarious, evil person. I think that I call her stupid because of how she talks. You don't get, I mean, she sucked a lot of cock to get where she's at, but you have to have a degree of intelligence. Shout out to Cali Crypto Dude for gifting the 5 memberships as well. Your guys' support allows me to say what I just said right from the heart, right from the gonads. So I appreciate that very much, you guys. Now, this is fun for you, Isaac.
Oh, yes.
Zelensky says that he told Trump Ukraine has only 2 options, either nuclear weapons or a NATO membership. So Isaac's out here training hard, getting ready for his American conscription because it doesn't seem like things are slowing down. We had, just after that news broke, this from Disclosed TV, U.S. sent another $500 million in weapons to the Ukraine. Doesn't seem like things are slowing down, does it, buddy?
No, not at all. It's actually speeding up quite rapidly.
The quickening is upon us.
The quickening.
Yeah, feels good. And we even have more. Look at this. Zelensky declares war on Iran and North Korea. Ukraine is at war with these 3 countries, Russia, Iran, and North Korea. Just wait. China's going to be roped into this. They know they're roped into it. That's why they are flying their little Chinese avian drones around Virginia and America at large, plus the spy balloons. China's setting it up. They want in. They are the lead of BRICS. Anyone that thinks that the B in BRICS is the leader, China's the leader, Russia's the war dog, India is the betrayer. India, in my opinion, is going to betray this whole little nerd group at the last fucking second to take the advantageous spot of being the world's premier producer of goods. India's set up for it. They just need the infrastructure build out to continue. Honestly, a little overpopulated over there, so who knows what's going to happen with that. That's so Empire Records to get Xerox booty copies. Good God, Stacey Lewis. Shout out to the 90s, man. Oh, yeah. Shout out to the 90s. Now we have this. Just a little insight. If you're in San Francisco, new ghillie suit just dropped. This is a good one. I like this one a lot. A little bit more disheveled than your average inner city ghillie suit. It's just, you got a bigger piece of trash here, a couple small things, but not too many small items there. So looking pretty good. Just food for thought as the world continues to go the route it is. Now, Bitcoin, it gives no fucks where this is all going, because it's going to let the system collapse into it. Here's Bitcoin being talked about as an international asset, not based off anyone's currency. These are words from BlackRock CEO Larry Fink.
It's digitizing gold in many ways. Instead of investing in gold as a hedge against inflation, a hedge against the onerous problems of any one country, or the devaluation of your currency, whatever country you're in. Let's be clear, Bitcoin is an international asset. It's not based on any one currency. And so it can represent an asset that people can play as a...
How insane is this? That one of the world's largest financial asset managers on the planet is talking about Bitcoin absorbing failing fiat currencies while they put the UK pound, the euro, the Canadian dollar, the Australian dollar, the Japanese yen here at the bottom, all of these failing fiat currencies, next to the conversation of a guy that oversees $10+ trillion in assets. This is the quickening of Bitcoin as well. We talk about the quickening of World War III, but also the quickening of the collapse into Bitcoin as the standard. It's happening before us. It's just a little bit much to accept right now. As long as the left doesn't successfully take out Trump, I do believe we're going to see Trump return to office. Shout out to Elevator Man. Man, you guys are killing it with the members today. I absolutely love it. Here's Michael Saylor talking about his long-term forecast for Bitcoin as well. Giga bullish.
You buy Bitcoin, you hold it for more than 4 years, Joe. That's my advice to everybody.
For anyone, buy it and hold it for more than 4 years. And then you think eventually it takes how much, let's say it is digital gold, what percentage of gold's market cap does it finally?
You know, Bitcoin's 0.1% of the capital in the world right now. I think it's going to go to 7% of the capital.
7%?
My long-term forecast is it's going to go to 13 million over 21 years.
13 million. 13 million.
Holy shit.
Holy balls.
And you know, 7% of the capital. He's not talking about 100% of the capital. He's talking about Bitcoin capturing 7% of world capital, thrusting it to $13 million per Bitcoin. This is the giga bullishness that no one wants to acknowledge, but honestly, I have had this opinion for a long time. Shout out to you, Jay. Gifting the Memby as well. This has been a long-standing conversation of mine, and I'm talking 5, maybe even more years. Like when I was a gold bug, I used to think the world's going to collapse into a gold standard. Wrong. Because there's not enough gold on the planet to fill the pain and the holes in the current monetary theory. Now, what will happen, in my opinion, is that this system is going to collapse into Bitcoin because it's highly divisible, it's verifiable on an internet and electronic platform, and that's where all of commerce is moving to. And they want to talk about globalization and all this shit being interconnected over the internet. Guess what? We're kind of there already, but you can't send gold over the internet and have it be verified. It's always like these representations of gold. Bitcoin, not only is the representation there, it's the actual Bitcoin can be sent peer to peer. That is the transactional power of this thing. And this is going to turn into, if we continue down the road of World War III, the Bretton Woods 2.0 moment where the system collapses, the leader, the winner of the war decides what is the new fiat standard to move into. My opinion, it's going to be America. They're going to say, hey, we're still in control, but now we're going to give you guys some form of transparency, and we're going to roll it into a Bitcoin-backed dollar. We already have the front ends working in the background, trying to organize a Bitcoin-backed US dollar, but after this championship is done, it is my opinion America is going to win, and they're going to open this up, and that is when all hell breaks loose for people that have faded Bitcoin for decades. They've refused to believe that it can keep going up. The finite nature of Bitcoin, the ability to send peer-to-peer without any sort of government interference being able to stop it from happening, is literally making this an unstoppable force, taking on the unmovable object of world governments. Hello, Bobcat meme, you psychopath. That's a real person. Unbelievable.
So shout out
nice
Nicole.
to see a meme coin that's a real person.
It is.
It is. Now, here's what's happening on the worldwide fiat side. European Central Bank cut interest rates again by 0.25 percentage points. We all know what is happening next. This was put up on the ECB's building recently, the Bitcoin Study Bitcoin hologram. Marty Party's highlighting just where we are with all of this rate cut updates as of October 17th. EU has a total of 75 base points cut so far. The United States with a massive, unprecedented half base point cut out of the gates. Thought they were going to do a 2.5 cut. The 5.0 cut showed me that the Federal Reserve has no qualms about admitting how fucked they are with their recent policy changes, and that they're going to cut, in my opinion, up until about mid-2025, until inflation's hell breaks loose once again. Canada up 75, cut 75 bips. UK 25 bips. China 25 bips. But China is doing much more than that on good old injections into its Wall Street and real estate markets to help it stop from falling off of an absolute cliff. And Denmark with a 25 bip cut as well. The world central banks are all having to cut because the idea and the very design of fiat currency can only continue to exist if people cannot communicate at light speed. Guess where we are right now? I am able to stream out all of this shit straight to you guys right as it's happening, give you all of this breaking news, all of the underside insight to it. And there's really at large, I mean, they could take us down on here, but they can't stop this message from getting out. And that is why fiat currency is doomed. With the advent of the internet and the communication acceleration that we have now experienced, we can talk about what's going on. We can talk about how little our buying power is doing for us at this time. We can all conversate about this in a digital public forum and really light up the next technological revolution, which is Bitcoin. Now, Goldman Sachs talking about the next federal cut rates. They're looking at the Federal Reserve to cut interest rates to 3.25% to 3.5% by June of 2025. Goldman Sachs starting to agree with my sentiment of this momentary season of weakness from the Federal Reserve, cheap money, and nasty green markets, because risk assets are going to absolutely rip during this time frame, in my opinion. We also had this. Elon Musk set up 100,000 NVIDIA GPUs in 19 days, while the founder of NVIDIA, Jensen Huang, said that it normally takes 4 years to do this. Holy shit. Elon Musk is choosing violence, right?
He's choosing violence.
Can you imagine being on the crew of this setup?
They were working 48 hours straight.
That's a lot of energy drinks. They were talking to me about energy drinks. Maybe they drank some snack energy. I almost want to have the snack energy before I go to the gym today again.
Don't do it.
You don't think so? Yeah, I mean, Arby's and a snake, I'll probably die.
Yeah,
I'll probably die.
You'll have a heart attack and I'll have one for you.
Yeah, that's true. You know, my wife had some bad dreams about me. She had a dream that I was abducted by aliens.
Oh, nice.
And she had a dream that I was killed in a car accident.
Interesting.
So driving a little safer, and I'm not worried about being abducted by the Chinese. I had to calm her down. It's not aliens flying over Virginia. It's China.
Star Destroyer.
Yeah, it's just not happening. And you know what? There's demons. There's not aliens. There's demons. Home insurers are arguing for a 42% average rate hike in North Carolina after the hurricanes. That's salt in the wound for everyone that just got crushed by this insane hurricane and the flooding that happened in North Carolina. Not only do they have to deal with that and the initial shock of it, but now they have to deal with the shock of a 42% average rate hike on their insurance plans. Absolutely insane. And really, my heart goes out to everyone that's stuck in this situation. It can happen to anyone. Natural disasters. Nature doesn't care what politics you support. It doesn't care how rich you are. There is no stopping Mother Nature when she comes for you. It can be a violent world from the sky or the ground very, very quickly. We just saw Turkey hit with another 6.0 earthquake yesterday. This is the fourth over 6.0 earthquake in like a few years that Turkey's experienced. And the last set of her earthquakes in Turkey killed over 100,000 people. Nobody on mainstream media talked about it. I did. I had my original channel banned out of existence for talking about it. I will not stop remembering those victims of that. Now, Walgreens closing 1,200 stores over the next 3 years. I got a hot take about this. You know what? Where do you think they're shutting down the Walgreens stores at, Isaac?
Probably up north. Let's say they're going to close them down rapidly if they're doing
They're
this.
closing them down in the Democrat cities where shoplifting has been decriminalized, and they're losing their ass on merchandise. That's what's happening.
to blame.
Yeah, and you know what? It's going to be extra salt in the wound because a lot of places where people are driven to stealing and all that stuff, they're kind of food deserts. And Walgreens, you know, they're frozen Hot Pockets or whatever the hell people go there to buy. There's not many options, you know, so that's kind of it's basically KCHAM. I won't go there, but it's basically disproportionate.
NC90 rural communities with copy makers.
C90 unhinged. Yeah, I mean, basically, you know, maybe don't steal everything out of a store and they can stay in business for a little bit longer. Maybe that's just a thought. I don't know. Maybe your grandma can actually still have a place to go purchase goods if you stop robbing it with your 5-finger discounts. And KJAM is just unhinged right now. Now, this delinquency rates of all loans looks quite familiar. This is delinquency rates for all loans graphed out from a finance a lot. And the time frames here are important. So we have the 2005 time frame. Then we enter into the housing crisis, the great 2008 calamity of America. And then we get a big pullback on that. Yeah, we saw a little bit of an uptick during flu season, but not much. And things started to get better. But guess what? We're on the upsweep again. The fake liquidity injections, they're not going to last forever. The Band-Aid over the bullet wound, which is these loans, this leveraged debt, the system of cards, is going to collapse on itself, regardless, even if there is no hot war. And this is something else interesting to take in mind. You know, everyone talks about how underwater banks were once COVID happened. They were bad in 2019. There was a reason to print trillions of dollars in 2019. Just so happened we had a useful narrative to cover up the reasons why with a flu that was made in China. So that's fun. This came out today, and I do believe this has been confirmed. Multiple reports of IDF have killed Hamas leader Yahya Sinwar. What a name, Sinwar. In a Gaza strike. Huge development, if true, is the mastermind behind the October 7th terror attacks in Israel. Man, the Middle East is going to get pretty hot. This guy looks like a nice guy. He looks like a really nice guy.
He's so kind.
He looks so kind. Look at those loving eyes.
Face.
He just cares. He just cares. This guy, Liam Payne, from One Direction, died by apparently falling out of a window. And do you know One Direction, Brie? Oh, man, the look on her face. She's hurt. This is him 1 hour before the apparent accident. Let's have a listen.
Here's a little video of me. It's rude to put hats on the table.
Sorry.
Is this your hat?
Yeah.
Children. It's a lovely day here in Argentina.
What the hell is that?
This is the breakfast
Quick
table.
Amazon plug.
I'm just eating an orange.
Just enjoying coffee and breakfast, even though it's like 1 p.m.
Literally, we sleep in every day until at least 12. We're such losers.
No.
No.
So this guy doesn't come off as suicidal to me, for one.
No.
Very rich, very ritzy looking little spot he's hanging out in there at. And the initial thoughts, Diddy did it. But probably not. Diddy's going to jail. Maybe he knew too much, though, about the Hollywood freak-offs that were happening.
Fell the wrong direction. Is that
Oh,
too soon?
you
Is
went
that too
there.
soon?
He went the wrong direction, you son of a bitch. Oh, my. I was hoping you wouldn't go there, but I'm kind of glad you did after it
Too
happened.
soon? No? Okay.
No, it's not too soon. It's fine. Nothing's beneath us here.
Except
yeah.
for him. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay. Okay.
Oh! Isaac. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. That is just insane. So maybe he just knew a little bit too much about the Hollywood freak-offs going on. Maybe he can eat a whole dick. No, my God. This is just, we got to stop with this. Now, Eleanor Tourette out here talking about the SEC government movements here. According to a spokesperson, the appeal is proceeding normally against Ripple Labs, and the documents will be filed publicly soon. But the pain doesn't stop there. God, Isaac. Oh, my effing God. They filed Form C within 7 minutes left of their ability to file the Form C against Ripple and XRP. This is buffoonery, the tomfoolery of the SEC, and it's almost like XRP slept with the SEC's girlfriend, maybe.
Oh, really? Because it went up 3 cents?
Yeah, well, I mean, XRP it's not like dying, which is good to see. I told you, this is where retail lives. Retail and XRP lives at 50 cents.
I said that in one of my videos I made today.
Is it really?
Yeah, I said where retail lives.
Yeah. That's a good take. 55 cents is actually up by 0.5%. Sitting here, reeling, didn't have a massive pullback, which is nice to see. But the really sad thing about this situation is it's not going to be resolved until October of 2025. So
really?
That's an issue there. You're going to kind of miss out on a little bit of gains to be had in the rest of the markets by that time. And I think they're going to win. I think Ripple's going to win this. But they are the sacrificial crypto of this bull market, it looks like, unfortunately. So for the love of God, if you share this stream, this stream needs to go out to everyone. I only have a few months to wake up as many people as humanly possible about what's coming for XRP before it is really, really bad. Take this for therapy.
Well, thank you, kind sir.
Falco shouting out. We got a therapy fund started for Isaac.
Because I'm clinically insane.
I mean, he's an 18-year-old looking at a world going to hell in a handbasket. So
while putting all my money into crypto, so you know how we ride it, we
it's
raw
huge.
dog it. I'm so erect.
All right, we got to keep going here. We have some other things to cover. So this is just a great thought from Don Ald. Bitcoin of memes is Doge, isn't it? Like when you actually think about it, and I completely agree with this, Doge definitely going to be a long-standing meme coin, kind of the Doge father, the godfather of meme coins. It's had some pretty reasonable price action actually this month here. And looks like, I won't be surprised to see Doge at least go play around in this 40 to 50 cent range. It'll have to be like insanely bullish to break out of this original all-time high. But this is where the pump came, and all of the gas station clerks, all of the people that were on site with me, being contractors, wherever it was, I would talk to people about crypto, and all they cared about was chasing this pump for Doge. And they were all buying the peak, and they just expected it to keep on going. Doge to $1 was all the conversation. And Elon basically went on to SNL, and the moment he went on to SNL, wham, just absolute pain and destruction. So keep that in mind. Memes, probably going to be a super cycle for memes. Doge will be around, but, its upside is going to be a little muted. It inflates quite a bit per day. So you got to keep this stuff in mind. Now this Base just passed Arbitrum for the #1 spot. Manifest Destiny. This is Hobus Crypto, and he is our great contributor down in the basement Discord. You got the Book of Hobus going on. Look at them lips. Yeah, he can eat a whole dick. Nicole Ministator. What in the world is going on here? Now, Base is the largest layer 2. This is from Aerodrome. Reached an all-time high total value lock of $2.5 billion, according to DeFi Llama, making it the largest Ethereum layer 2. Aerodrome accounts for just over half of this TVL, servicing multiple liquidity needs for protocols and traders. This is the real dirty details on why I feel so damn bullish about Aerodrome, regardless of whatever price it is. Honestly, this project, I don't give a shit what the price, unless it's 50 cents or below, I don't care. Because what's happening is Aerodrome is absorbing a ton of the TVL and the activity within the Base ecosystem. And what's not done yet is a smooth user interface that's connected to Coinbase, where people can automatically import into their Coinbase wallet these deep degen picks from Base Chain. Not to mention all of the easy, low-hanging fruit that projects from Base Chain are going to be given on Coinbase. It's a feedback loop, and that's what's going to happen. And this is insane. And honestly, KJam, I'm kind of feeling like this. Like, I know I've backed up the truck hard on this, but I'm looking at my Chainlink bag looking like, you motherfucker Chainlink. I'm still going to hold at least, a good bag of my Chainlink, but if I see any sort of short-term weakness in this chart on Aerodrome, I am going to hammer in. I'm still going to probably hammer in a few grand, but, I'm going to make a big bada move. Moonwell, we were covering it this morning. I wonder where the price is here. Let's check out Moonwell. This is another one that has just skyrocketed in its TVL in a very short amount of time. It's one of the leading lending apps within Base in that same short amount of time. I don't think this number 2,743 is quite accurate in terms of market cap. Me and Kelly were looking at this, and by rights, this thing should be on like the 4th page of Coin Market Cap, not the 20th page. Just kind of weird. But again, another project. I'm looking for a short-term pullback. It ran into a little resistance on these all-time high levels. And, if Bitcoin sneezes to the downside just a little bit, I could find great entry points. And really, Looking kind of at this 4-cent range. I know it's at 4.8 cents, but anything in the 4 to 3 cents, I'll feel like I'm getting out like a bandit on this thing. And I kind of look like a bandit today. So maybe it'll happen. Maybe I can dump these markets for my own health, my own wealth. Let's see here. Drew, we are both going to hammer in half our chain link bags into Arrow. God, should we? I mean, kind of feels that way, dude.
Yeah.
Aerodrome, it's taking no prisoners. It's taking no prisoners. And this CBBTC rollout that Coinbase rolled out, it's wrapped Bitcoin that benefits Ethereum more than Bitcoin by and large. 80% of it initially was absorbed by Aerodrome. So I just really think that we're kind of, if you're fading Aerodrome, you're messing up. I've already had tons of people hit me up, probably like 30 or 40 people hit me up thanking me for calling out the Payne and XRP, because I knew a lot of people were holding XRP, and I'm sitting here staring at this elephant in the room, which was Aerodrome, and it still is. We have since, what is my original buy is at like 18 cents. We're at $1.30 right now. We're already, it's like an 8x, and I'm not even feeling like we're anywhere near the top of Aerodrome. Like, this is the move. This is the kind of moves that I come to crypto for. Not the 2x, not the 3x, not the 4x. I'm looking for violence to the upside, and definitely Aerodrome, one of them. Moonwell, also, the more research I do on Moonwell and tracking how much lending is actually happening on this protocol, the more bullish I get on it. And here is, I wonder if we have this pulled up. Oh, yes, he did it. No, wait. All right, pull me down. I got to sign in real quick. Hold on. Because we're going to look at Moonwell a little bit closer here. Continue with Google. What is this? Hell? Where are my Hades?
Something like that.
All right, let's go in here. I can't give Johnny all my logins, OPSEC, bro. OPSEC. While it pulls up the token unlock schedule, because it is important to look at. Here's things that are down bad. Autism Capital, one of the most savage community notes ever. This is in response to an OpenSea post. NFTs are dead. Please zoom out. Then you have the community post. According to a report published by NFT Evening, the market for NFTs has been in such dramatic downturn since 2023 that 95% of them are considered dead, with the average NFT owner experiencing a 45% loss on their investment. Absolute brutality. Oh, wow. And you know what? That dude that Nick's going to go into the ring with, it looks like, lost basically all the initial wealth, riding NFTs to zero. Into the bear market, absolute pain and destruction.
Sucks to suck.
And this is the same warning that we can take in for meme coins now. Meme coins, great. Gonna do great. I do think that meme coins are gonna crush this market. Don't get me wrong. But please, for the love of God, please, I'm going to take profits. I can't say what you should do because I'm not a financial advisor. But you know what? I am going to go take the exam, and I'm going to become an official financial advisor. I've decided that for myself because I took the test when I was like 22 years old. And I passed with flying colors, and I knew a fraction of what I do now about the global markets, about all that shit, and cryptocurrency. This crypto surge is going to create tons of opportunity for me, myself, I feel like, but plus anyone that's locked in right now, watching content daily, understanding how this market is moving, understanding which metrics to pay attention to. The intelligence that we are gathering right now in this market as Bitcoin swallows world monetary value is going to be extremely valuable to companies over the next 10 years as this continues to roll out. And I'm pretty damn excited to be in a job, in a role. And it's all thanks to you guys supporting, dropping memberships, why I've been able to be here for this amount of time and really, focus on this market and build this hyper extensive background in it. And for that, I am forever grateful for you guys. Like, you guys, I know I give you what I can, but this is when time to lock in is really upon us. Is X really down right now?
Yeah, I got a couple error messages.
X is down right now.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
I'm working.
Oh man.
I tried pumping it back up.
Let's see here. Let's do a live test. Let's see here. Let's see if I can refresh my Bobcat picture. Yeah, let's go to Bobcat. I love and hate this meme so much. Unreal. I mean, it seems to be working for me now. Look at 46 followers. Like, if we did just a community hammer into this thing.
I did figure out, however, that their first account got taken down. So
Their first account got taken down?
that's why they only have 46 followers.
Oh, okay. Let's see here. I'm going to check this thing out. I'm going to copy and paste this contract Addy. 70K, big sell off on this thing. Do we buy up the guts on this? Could be going to zero though. Who knows? What is this, ham? This is wrong. That's wrong. It's not ham. Oh, okay, that's more like it. 151. Very new project. God, dude. Should we? Do we dare?
Do we dare?
I don't know, man. I don't know. It's enticing.
There we go.
Now, who remembers this stuff? This takes me back. This is from Crypto Stash. Shout out to him. He's having a lot of fun on Off the Grid. These old holiday ads take me back. What games have you played from this ad? Let's just do a zoom in on here. We got the good old Tekken. Oh my God, Tekken.
That was a good game.
That was a good game. EA, the NASCAR EA, the Sub-Zero, Final Fantasy, Madden 98 with, oh my God. You remember the sound of his voice? Did you ever play Madden?
I did play Madden, but my favorite one on that list is Crash Bandicoot.
Okay.
I played the shit out of Crash Bandicoot.
Crash Bandicoot was a good one. Duke Nukem.
That was awesome.
Dude. I never played Lost World. Let's see here. Live NBA from EA. Crash Bandicoot, of course. Tomb Raider. They've really ruined Tomb Raider. Now her tatas are like sweat stains. Have you noticed that? They took the tatas away.
But now I have that in my head, and that's great.
Yeah, you'll never unsee it. And then on Game Boy, just brings me back. We had Donkey Kong Land. Freaking what is this? Ken Griffey Jr. Kirby. All the Tetris. I remember taking poops and playing Tetris for like an hour.
Well, that must be some like Taco Bell shit. So
Taco Bell was good back then, man.
It was good, but it was also, right up the ass.
Oh, you know what? Turok was Turok. I wasted about 3 months, maybe even more, of my life on Turok. Absolutely loved that game. Let me know which games on this list. NFL, Club 98 would bet. This was when the Broncos were given the Packers hell. In 1998 time frame, this was the great battle of the Broncos versus the Packers. My brother's bedroom was Packers. Mine was the Broncos. It was an internal battle. I just absolutely love this. Star Wars, Shadows of the Empire, Mario Kart, all the goodies. GoldenEye, of course. Super Mario 64, Dino Game. God, it brings me back. And you know what? Here's another one that's not listed on this. But I almost feel like going to get an N64 at this point. Now that I'm looking at this list, Wave Race. Okay? Like they say that like waves are hard to do in current gaming. These waves were cutting edge last time. Let's go to a video. I'll just leave this on mute here. They were able to do this. What was it was like the 90s or something. Look at the waves. Yeah. Those are pretty good graphics. And the gameplay was just like, that's pretty damn good. When this happened, I was like, I feel like this is real. Now we have games that literally feel real. Exactly. And this just shows you how fast technology moves. It moons. And I don't know, man. Have you played the Off the Grid game, Isaac?
No, but I'm going to play with Taco soon.
You are?
So yes.
Okay.
We talked about it earlier.
Dude, you better get on there and let me know how it goes. Because I'm interested in it, not only for my avalanche bags. What can you do for my avalanche bags?
Facts.
But what can your avalanche bags do for you?
Exactly.
Can you sell guns on there?
I'm not sure. I'll have to take a deeper dive on it. I've only looked like briefly at it, like the whole game description and everything.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna go balls to the wall with this game.
Balls deep. Now, it is my opinion the bull market is upon us. It's going to look kind of like this. Just a thick, juicy boy digging in. This bull dug a hole around the tree stump. Listen to this guy. Let's listen to him a little bit. There. Play. Savage. Absolutely savage. I think that's what we're coming upon. I am looking at the $120,000 to $200,000 price range target for Bitcoin. I know that's a pretty big range, but I am of the opinion we can breach $100,000 for Bitcoin. I'm thinking that the top 10 tokens in this crypto bull market are going to have to exceed $200 billion market caps. And with that, insane gains to be made for everyone that's locked in right now, that's paying attention to the charts, that's tuning into this channel, and that's sharing this show, dropping the memberships, doing your own due diligence. I love every single one of you for just supporting us from the ground up, you guys. You've allowed me to say what needs to be said to the masses. And with your support, we can break 100,000 subscribers. Currently, we're sitting here at did we break 63? We might have broke, let's see, 62.9.
We're close.
Let's break 63 today, guys. We can do this. Share this out. Get some new people in here. Get the excitement going for crypto. Give these people the alpha. I feel like I have just uncovered a 50 to 100x token within this show. I love and appreciate every single one of you for joining me on this. And I'll be seeing you tomorrow morning at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Isaac, you're incredible on the sticks, by the way. You're getting better.
I'm getting real good at this.
Yeah.
This is great.
I think your hatred is really starting to like help the show move along a little easier too.
Yeah.
You know?
I could agree with that. The hatred inside of me is raging.
If you got hate in your heart, let it out.
Let it all out.
All right. Love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow.
Peace.